Good morning, grade sevens. I hope you are well and safe. I hope you are indoors all the time. Hope you're keeping safe due to the lockdown. I'm your new coding teacher, Kevin Baloi, and we're gonna go through the coding basics today, and then throughout the week, throughout next week, we're gonna dive deeper into what coding is. We're gonna do different types of coding, but for today, we'll only focus on block coding, right? A little bit about myself. I consider myself a global minded educator, and I chose education because I want to change the world. What do I mean by that? I believe that after this lesson, you will have ideas on what you want to become when you're done with school, what you want to do. And obviously, whatever that you want to do won't only limit you to be around South Africa only, but you can actually study abroad, you can work abroad. It's up to you. You can start your own company, right? You can have your own brand. I'm a teacher at King David in Victory Park. I teach coding, robotics, and then I'm also a co-producer of EdTech Summit Africa, where we train teachers on how to use technology in classrooms. So today we're gonna go through a method called KWL. So K stands for what do you know? W stands for what do you want to know? And then your L stands for what have you learned, right? So the first question I'm gonna ask you is, before I proceed, please confirm with me if you can hear me. Can everyone hear me? Just type on the chat box, just type yes or no. Obviously, you can't say no because if you're saying no, it means you can still hear me. Awesome, thank you. Okay, first question. I want you to answer on that chat box. So my first question is, what do you know about coding? When you hear the term coding, what comes to your mind? What idea do you have about coding? What is coding? So I'm just gonna give you a minute. I want you to type your answer on the chat box. What is coding? Or have you coded before? Is it something new to you? Is it something that you know? Okay, for me, coding is using a type of language, right? So coding is a language, right? And the different coding languages. But for today, we'll only focus on block coding. A lot of people always say it's not real coding, but trust me, it is. Because there's a lot that you can do from block coding. You can design your own game, you can design your own app. Um, so we're gonna focus on block coding today. Mamila says it's new to me. So coding is new to you. Coding is hacking. Buipelo. Um, Coding is not hacking. Coding is not hacking. I'm not teaching you how to hack here. I'm teaching you how to code. I don't want you to go to jail. Okay, so we have, okay, for me, coding is learning how to use a computer on another level, right? Yeah, that's true because you're used to turning on your computer using Microsoft Word, going to the internet. But then once you start coding, you get a different perspective on how to use a computer. You get a different perspective on the world, right? So since I've got a feel of who is who, how much you know about coding, some don't even know about it. It's new to them. We're gonna go through this, and hopefully, those who are saying it's new to them, I want you to answer this question, right? The next question for me. In fact, everyone, if you are able to, please answer the next question. What do you want to know about coding? Is there something specific that you want to learn about coding? If there's something that you want to learn about coding, I want you to tell me right now so that I can touch on it in case my lesson doesn't cover your question. How to make a game. Okay, as in I'll teach you how to make a game, but we're gonna have to take it step by step. We can't just learn how to make a game today, right? Just need, I'll take you through the process first, and then later on, that's when each and every one of you will learn how to create their own game. Okay, how to make an app. I want to know how to make people to move in a game. All that will be covered. So you want to design a website. That also I can help you. Please note that everything that you want to know cannot be covered today. I'm noting everything down. And then as I plan my next lessons, I'll actually focus on your questions specifically. Okay, let's proceed. So the big question here is, what is coding? And it's important for us to ask this question because we are dealing with coding, right? So you can't be talking about coding while you don't know what coding is, right? To a computer to perform a specific task. So you're actually telling the computer what to do. A computer is not that smart. Whatever you tell it to do, it will do that, right? If you're telling yourself that you want to type your name and your surname after, but when you type your surname and your name after, the computer's going to pick that up, right? So you're actually telling the computer what to do. For example, if your mom asks you to go buy bread, you'll perform that task, right? Because she told you something, and then now you're acting according to what you were told, right? For example, okay, yes, I've touched on that. And then coding is what makes it possible for us to create computer software, applications, and websites. Like some of you actually say that you want to learn how to make your own game, you want to learn how to design your own website and app. Coding will actually teach you how to do that. In fact, we'll go through this together and we're all gonna learn as we move. Okay, like I told you that different types of coding. Let me start here. There are different types of coding, but we'll focus on block coding today, which is basically dragging and dropping, right? So you're gonna drag certain puzzle pieces or blocks, connect them, and then you're gonna learn the run and the restart functions. So there's a lot that you're gonna learn. So bear with me. I'll try by all means to be slow and try by all means to explain everything. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna focus on block coding. And as you can see, this block up here, the pink one is called a loop block, right? It's called a loop. So what does a loop do? It repeats whatever you put inside it. So for example, you can see repeat 3 times, do 10 left, move forward. So whatever character that you're controlling, it's gonna do the same thing that you've put together here in this puzzle, right? So this is your front part. When you code, you will see this. But when you click on show code, you will see the back part, which is the picture at the bottom, right? So the picture at the bottom shows you the exact programming that took place in these codes, right? In these blocks. So coding and programming, they also go hand in hand, right? Okay, so what's going to happen is at the end of this lesson, you will know and understand the different areas of your coding page because there's a page where you can also call it your workspace, right? So where you're actually putting the puzzles together, the blocks together, and then you will see a picture where you're controlling your sprite, So a sprite, SPRITE, right? Sprite. So that's actually a character. There are different coding languages and coding terms that you're gonna learn as you go. So a sprite is a character, right? Then you'll also know how important it is to be a digital citizen. You'll know what sequencing is, you'll understand how loops work and what debugging is, right? So today, I want to focus more on the loop and debugging, right? So far, does anyone have any question? I'm going to take a pause for now. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me now. No question. Okay. What is debugging? Okay, what is debugging? I will answer that question as the lesson proceeds. I will show you on my coding page what debugging is, right? And then after this lesson, you'll also know the run and reset buttons. You'll know how they work, what's their function, and you'll be able to create your own game on PlayLab, right? Okay, so right now, if you have, okay, so there's a question, are you still gonna teach after lockdown? Unfortunately not, because I am a full-time teacher, so I'm teaching during lockdown and post lockdown. So if you have your computer open, your laptop or your tablet, I want you to go to www.code.org, or you can actually click on that link, and then it should take you straight to where I want you to go. Just click on the link that I just posted right now. So each time you go to code.org, on your top left, there's an icon that you have to click, written learn, right? So you're gonna click learn. Once it loads, you're gonna under grades 5 to K, because you'll see there are different blocks with different grades. So I want you to go to under grades 5 to K and then click on learn more. Yes, I know you're in grade 7, you feel like grade 5 to grade K to 5. No, I'm in grade 7, so why should I do grade 5 things? This is actually the foundation of coding, right? That's where we actually start if we are clueless about what coding is. So under grades K to 5, you're gonna click on learn more, and then you'll see course A, course B, and then I want you to click on course C, and then I want you to start coding. So I'll show you on my screen what this actually looks like, and then you're gonna do it together. So if you're able to go to your browser and go to code.org, please do so. So you're gonna go to code.org, and then you're gonna click learn. Like I told you, your top left, you're gonna click learn. And then you're gonna scroll down and then go to grades K to 5, and then you're gonna click on learn more. As you scroll down, you'll see course A, B, C, D, E, and F. I want you to click on course C, right? It says here, learn the basics of computer science and create your own art, stories, and games, right? So that's what we are going to be focusing on today. Any questions so far? Does anyone have any question? Okay, then we proceed. Okay, so you will see, earlier on I spoke about digital citizenship, right? As you go through these two videos, it will actually teach you on how to become a good digital citizen, and then it will actually teach you on how to create a powerful and a strong password. Because a lot of things that we do these days, we sign up, we sign in. So this will actually teach you how to create a strong password that you remember. Okay, so we're gonna jump straight into lesson 4. We're not gonna watch these videos together. So at your own time, I want you to go through these videos, and then we're gonna jump straight to lesson 4, right? Which is programming with angry birds. So when you click on that, the first one, that's a video, right? So you're gonna watch that video. It actually breaks everything down on this course. It tells you what works, how, etc. Right? Okay, still no one has a question. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so after watching the video, you're gonna click on continue. And then it says here, for this puzzle, drag all of the blocks together and click run to watch it go. Remember I told you about the run and reset button. So when I click run, right, nothing happened, right? Why? Because I didn't put these two, because I want to move 2 steps forward. So I need to move forward twice, right? So I'm gonna reset and then I'm gonna run it. Right, it says congratulations, you completed puzzle 2, and then you click continue, or you can show code. Remember when I spoke about the front and the back? So this is your front part, right? You can only see when run, move forward. But when you click on show code, it will actually show you the back part, right? The programming that was involved in it, right? You're gonna click continue. And then you count how many steps forward again. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna need 1, 2, and 3 blocks. Then I'm gonna run my program. If you're able to do this right now, please open your browser, go to code.org or click on the link that I provided, and then you can start practicing, right? You will see it becomes more advanced as you go. Okay, let me answer your debugging question. Remember, there was someone who asked what debugging is, right? So can you see the picture of the bird and the pig here? When you look at that picture, this needs you to move forward once, and then you're gonna turn, right? But we're not sure whether we're turning left or right. So here's my tip. If you're looking at this bird and then you're not sure which one is left, which one is right, just also stand in the position of the bird. If the bird is facing that way, face the same way. Your left is the bird's left and your right is the bird's right. And then here it's gonna tell you that on your workspace, you have 6 blocks out of 5, and you have to use 5 blocks. So that's where debugging comes in. There's a block that you need to remove. So we're gonna move 1 step forward, 10 left, because I'm facing that way. My left is the bird's left. And then I'm gonna move up how many times? 1, 2 to get to the pig. So debugging, now I'm breaking things down. I'm removing the bug, basically. Something that's bugging me. Removed, put that in, then I'm gonna run the program. right? And then just continue doing the same thing over and over again, but it changes, it becomes more fun as you go through, becomes more challenging as well. But one thing that you need to promise me is that you won't give up. So here, you're gonna move one, and then you turn, you move, you turn, you move. So let's do this together. In fact, I wanna make an error. I want you to see what happens, right? Because it says, trace the path and lead me to the silly pig. Avoid TNT, right? Or feathers will fly. So we need to avoid this TNT. It's actually an explosion, right? So let me show you what happens if you actually go there. So we're gonna move one, two. If I run this, I'm gonna run straight into the TNT, right? And you don't want that. So we're gonna reset, and then we are going to move forward. Okay, I already have that. Move forward, and then you turn right, because I'm facing the bird's direction. Right, after turning right, I'm facing down now. So I need to move forward, and then I'm gonna turn left, and then I'm gonna move forward to get to the pig. Here's my code, 6 blocks out of 6. Then I'm gonna run my program. There we go. Right, so it's that easy, right? You'll see that some levels will actually require you to do more. Like you're gonna have to use the loop, and like I said, you're gonna focus on debugging and the loop today. So let me check a program that has a loop. Okay, so this is a loop, what we call a repeat block. So we need to get to the pig again. The first step, we're gonna move forward, and then you're gonna turn right to face up. And then you're gonna count how many blocks you have to move. So it's gonna be from here, so your bed is here facing up, and then you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of using move forward 4 times, 3, 4, instead of doing that, because it's actually repeating the same thing, you can actually use the loop. You can use the loop, put it there, put move forward inside the loop, and then you choose the number of times. So we said you're moving up 4 times. So you're gonna choose 4, and then you're gonna turn right, and then you're gonna move forward, then get to the bend. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions? Can everyone hear me? Which app am I using? It's online. It's called Hour of Code. HOUR of Code. Hour of Code. You go to your browser, go to Google and just search www.code.org, and then you'll be able to use it. You don't have to sign up or sign in. Just follow my instructions. Once you're on that website, you're gonna click on Learn, and then click on grades K to 5, and then you're gonna click Learn More. Click on Course C, and then you're gonna start coding. Okay, any questions? No question. Okay. Can you put more characters? Yes, you can, but not on this one. Not on Programming with Angry Birds. Because like I told you, this is just lesson 4 on course C. As you go through everything else, as you proceed, when you move on to course D, course E, you'll see that it becomes more advanced and advanced, and you will be able to add your own characters, change your own characters, change colors of the characters. And then once we are done with that, once we are familiar with Hour of Code, which is code.org, we're gonna move on to Scratch, and that's where we're gonna do more advanced things. That's where you're gonna create, your real games. Because a lot of people, I saw that they wanna create games. So Scratch is actually the best place to start if you want to create a game. But for you to know how to use Scratch, just go through the foundation of code.org, because it teaches you how to code step by step. And then when you get to Scratch, I promise you, you'll be a pro. I promise you. Okay, I think we can proceed. Let's proceed. Okay. So far, I want you to answer this question for me. So far, what have you learned, right? I want you to answer this question in the chat box. And then again, if you are on social media, when you can also share with your friends and your family what you've learned today. And as you type that on social media, before you post, I want you to use the hashtag STEM champions and hashtag read to lead. So right now you can answer your questions on the chat box, and then you can do it later on your social media platforms. What have you learned today so far? We spoke about coding, spoke about debugging, spoke about um, your run and reset button. We spoke about the sprite, which is a character sprite. So let's share with everyone else. Aston, I don't think I understand your question. Boipelo, how to loop? Okay, let me go back to the screen and then I'll show you. Okay, let's skip that. Just need a, okay. So looping is actually repeating. So when you say loop, if you put this and then you change the number maybe to 10, right? Your sprite, which is the bed, your character, it will actually repeat whatever you told it to do 10 times, right? So let's look at this. We're gonna move forward first. 1, 2, 3. So instead of using this 3 times, I'm gonna just put it in there and then change it to 3. So that's looping, right? You are repeating the move because you want the character to move 3 times. And then you're gonna turn right. Then you're gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there. So you're gonna do the same thing. Use the loop. Then you move forward 4 times. Wait, yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's actually 3 times, not 4. Sorry, 3 times. So let's test it first before you can actually put more blocks in. Turn right. 1, 2, 3. Once you are there, you know that, okay, I'm gonna turn left. Turning left, I'm gonna move forward 1, 2, 3 times. So you're gonna do that, change it to a 3, and then you're gonna move forward. Then reset, and then run. Right. I'm not sure if I answered your question. I learn how to move the character. Okay. I learn about how to do debugging. Okay. Loop and debugging. So if I ask you a question right now, you're gonna be able to answer me. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you one simple question. We spoke about coding, spoke about debugging, looping, and everything. So right now, my question is, in your own understanding, what is coding? In your own understanding, what is coding? What is coding? I'll be waiting for your answers. And remember, you can share on your social media platforms using the hashtag STEM champions and read to lead. So right now, I want you to answer the question, what is coding? Okay. Aston says coding is a block language used to move characters or design a website, right? Okay. So what we're gonna do right now is, okay, before we move on, I just wanna confirm with everyone, did you manage to go into code.org? Did you manage to go there? Things developing your computer to do what you want and how to use a computer with Belo. Okay, let's proceed. So this is your takeaway message for the day. So number one, learning to code develops problems. So once you think, right, you be able to think differently, be able to solve any problems that you come across, right? Because coding is basically problem solving. And then digital literacy is now as important as reading and writing. Remember how your parents always say that, no, you have to go to school, need to learn how to read and write. Guess what? Digital literacy is also as important as reading and writing because a lot of things these days are technology based. So if you are computer illiterate, then there's not much you can do. So make sure you practice, make sure you are computer literate, and make sure that your digital literacy is on point. Number three, learning to code instills the importance of collaboration and teamwork. So please do share this with your friends and your family. Don't code alone, code with your family. And guess what? You can also teach your grandmother how to code, right? So I want you to try that, and I want to get your feedback from that. Number four, coding is fun, and coding is the future. What do I mean by that? What do I mean when I say coding is the future? Um, did you know that a lot of appliances that you have in your house, a lot of machines, apps, WhatsApp, your Facebook, your Instagram, there was coding involved. Your laundry machine, microwave, like everything that was coding involved, right? So you learning how to code, um, you can actually be able to create your own game, right? And then learning to code gives you courage to try new things, the curiosity and determination to want to, right? And then it teaches you to be proactive about technology. It prepares you for future technological innovations. Exactly. Most of the things today are made of technology. Yeah, right, how? Um, so yeah, I believe that you guys are in grade 7 right now. By the time you get to grade 12 and then you go through your tertiary, I feel like by the end of that year, by the end of your third or fourth year or seventh year, there'll be different jobs that will be created. And most of those jobs will be created because of you, because of now you're learning how to code in grade 7, now you're learning how to program, you're learning how to do these things. I'm telling you, whatever that you want to do, whatever job that you want to do is not designed yet. Someone out there still designing that job for you. And then learning to code, okay. So perseverance is a hard thing to teach, but it is an important skill to learn, right? So you need to learn how to persevere. It's very important. And then learning to code will make you future proof. Like I said, once you learn how to code, once you learn how to use technology, then your future will be secured, right? It will be protected because now a lot of industries want a lot of people that have these computer skills, the coding skills. You can earn more money by now how to code. Carl says you can make a lot of money when you learn how to code. Okay. Okay. So there are more links that you can visit. So you can go to code.org or you can go to codemonkey.com or scratch.mit.edu, right? And you'll see these are 3 different coding platforms. They work differently, but the the concept is the same, right? Because you're trying to move one sprite or character. You're trying to move one sprite from one point to the other, right? Okay. Or you can also go to YouTube and then search Hour of Code, and then you'll see different levels of coding. You'll see what people have been doing, right? Okay, once you are done with course C, you'll receive a certificate. You're gonna have to write your name and surname. You're gonna receive a certificate at the end. So with that certificate, I want you to ask your parent or your guardian to save it for you on your computer or to print it out for you, right? So once you are done with course C, there are a lot of fun coding activities you can explore on course D. And then if you get more time and then if you finish course C and course D, try E and F. Those are our advanced coding platforms. You need to actually go through each and every one of them. And again, if you have any questions or any problems, please drop me an email. Don't hesitate. And again, don't forget to share what you've learned today on your social media platforms. Share with your friends. Um, I want you to use these hashtags. Please keep them, don't lose them. Hashtag STEM champions and hashtag read to lead, right? Okay, so I'm gonna open for questions right now because we only have 5 minutes. So right now it's open to questions. If you have any questions or things that you didn't understand, feel free to ask and then I'm available to answer you right now. So no one has a question. Any questions? Okay, no one has a question. Please feel free to drop me an email. My email address is kevinbaloyi@gmail.com. I'll see you all tomorrow. And thank you so much for attending. Okay, see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Hmm.